Hello YouTube. I've taken a break from mowing this morning because we had some unwelcome rain last night, making the soil soggy again. But I thought I'd bring you on a little trip. This is a bit of a treat. I'm walking through the Channon Craft Markets out at the Channon, which is near Dunoon, up in the, it'd be about 45 minutes odd drive from Byron if you're holidaying in Byron. And it's an absolute feast for the eyes. One of the best people watchers you'll ever get. But there's stalls for just about everything. Here I can get some dragon's blood liquid sap, many essential oils, some made from cannabis. I can get some weird hats over here. There's a number of pottery stops, a number of arts and crafts, plenty of places to buy hats, even handmade masks. And the crowd here is largely local, but the holiday crowd really comes in December, and January is probably their biggest month. The Channon is the second Sunday of every month, and it's the best of the arts and crafts markets that go around the various places. There's usually one on every Sunday of the month, but this is, if you're around the area on the second Sunday, absolutely the best of them to go to. And you see lots of people getting their hippie on. And that sort of brings me to the point of this video. What is the culture of the Northern Rivers? You're seeing a lot of it on display here. I mean, obviously it's for commercial gain. It's not, everyone's cup of tea. But there's a lot of, natural linen, organic stuff, very much handmade, handcrafted stuff, trying to appeal to, obviously, a market, or else they wouldn't be selling it. There's crystals for everything. Apparently the healing crystals sold out when coronavirus hit. I hope they worked for whoever it was. Perhaps a few more of them could have got a vaccine. But we have products that are designed to appeal to a certain mindset. Is all the Northern Rivers that mindset? Absolutely not. There's two sort of distinct lines in the Northern Rivers, and I'd sort of divide them up into the sort of Ballina-Alstonville crowd, which is quite politically conservative, no-nonsense, true blue sort of farming territory. And the sort of more, I think one of my subscribers, Sam Crowell, called it the bohemian style of lifestyle, which is the Byron, Nimbin sort of Mullumbimby lifestyle, where people celebrate perhaps the simpler and the finer things, but they're much more into aesthetics, and some of the houses and everything else, including some of the very wealthy houses, reflect this sort of motif. The best way to show you that, of course, is just walking through the stalls here and showing you what's for sale. I'm not going to stop and get a tarot reading, but if that's your thing, you can get that here. And any number of clothing shops. Lots of kids stuff too, actually, sort of reflecting a youngish community. But yeah, if you're looking to move to the Northern Rivers, it's a very relevant consideration. You can't just move anywhere and get this. You can walk through the main drag of Alstonville and you won't get any of this. It's a nice little town. It's almost a sort of a retirement town, where there's a few sort of nice cafes, but they don't have anything overly fancy or gourmet. And then you can walk through the main drag of Byron, which is anything but the hippie place it used to be. Now it's really heavily commercialised, very upmarket, quite expensive. It's not where you'd think of going to your normal Woolies shop or your Bunnings warehouse, even though they have those things. So what sort of Northern Rivers personality are you? Well, that's going to affect sort of what you want. I suppose anyone can come here and get their hippie on. Lots of tourists do it every year. But the mindset, it matters a lot to some people. It must, because if you look at property prices, you can still pick up homes in Alstonville and that sort of area for, $500,000 or even under. And Lismore's cheaper again. But Move to Bangalow, for example, which is very much in the hippie camp, and the median price is over $1 million for a house. Farms don't follow the exact line, although definitely the farms in postcode 2479 have got that lifestyle sort of hippie vibe, and you pay for it. So no matter how down to earth any of these people look here, they're really appealing to quite a wealthy market, and that's, to me, one of the great contradictions of this area. I am in Rosebank. Rosebank's in the hippie camp, there's no doubt about that. There's an ashram a few doors down from me somewhere. I still haven't seen it yet. and yeah, you know, a lot of the neighbours who've been there for a long time definitely celebrate a down-to-earth, back-to-nature sort of thing. Even the sign for Rosebank says farms and forests growing together, which is certainly not what you see down around the Alstonville way, where it's farms, 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 and just a business, please, ma'am. But if you do come up here, sample the markets, get your hippie on, get a bit of a feel for the culture, and see if it's right for you. It's definitely not Sydney or Melbourne or Brisbane. Small plug for Judy's Jams, by the way. Their jams are superb, and they have everything. They even have Rosella jam made from these hibiscus flowers, which are extraordinary. Very rare. You've got to try it. And if you feel like clothes shopping and you like wearing bright colours, you can't miss it. They're not that expensive either. Some of those are $10. And any number of places will sell you cutting boards here as well, made from usually camphor laurel, but some of them are made from eucalyptus as well. So there's a little slice of Northern Rivers culture for you, ladies and gentlemen. You can decide whether to take it or leave it. I didn't pick a farm in Rosebank because of any cultural factors. I certainly don't count myself in with the hippie crowd. I just like the farm, and the area itself has immense natural beauty without any contribution whatsoever from human beings or their sense of style. But if you are thinking of coming here, it matters to some, and I hope this gives you food for thought. Have a lovely day, whatever it is you're doing. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.